Hi everybody. Hopefully you could see me. Hopefully this works because I'm in a parking lot and I just had to drive around to make sure that I had Wi-Fi. So hopefully you guys can hear me and see me okay. Hopefully there's not too much of a sun glare. I'm going to wait for somebody to hop on so we can figure out if there is or isn't, and then we can proceed with this really cool update that I have for you guys today. So I'm just going to give it a minute for people to hop on. I don't know if the middle of the afternoon on a weekday is a good day for me to come on and do a live video. Oh, hey to whoever hopped on. Can you let me know in the comments if you can see and hear me okay? I know this sun glare is kind of serious, so I'm trying to do what I can to kind of help it, but I don't know if this is helping or not. Hey, everybody that's hopping on. Hey, guys. So I don't see... YouTube did something to the comments recently. Hey, Joan. Okay, perfect. You're there. Awesome. Thank you so much. It's bright, but I can see and hear you. Thank you, Carly. Carly, I'm excited. I'm not going to announce what's going on with you until Monday when I get back. If you guys want to know where I'm going, I'll give you one guess. I just stopped by the bank. One guess. Put in the comments where you think. Here's my hint where I'm going this weekend. Hey, Ray. So... I was just at the bank, sweetheart, before I start this, while we're just waiting for people to hop on. I was just at the bank, and I was talking to that girl who in my last video was an oversharer, and you were like, put me on my place. And so I started the conversation. I was like, have you had my brother's eggplant? She's like, no, and she really is the sweetest. Brooke, yes, you got it, on the money. So I'm going to put a little air on in the car. If you guys just let me know. Thank you. Thanks for the happy visit. Are you guys okay? Can you still hear me over the air? It is actually 60 degrees in New Jersey today. This is amazing. It's a blessing. I'm not dressed appropriately, but that's okay. So, can you guys hear me over the air conditioning? Are we okay? I guess we're okay. If anybody's having trouble hearing me, I know it's bright, I'm sorry, but if anybody's having trouble hearing me, just let me know and I will shut off the air. So let's start with, I'm fine, thanks, love. The Kardashians. Kim Kardashian is at it again with criminal justice reform. As far as the Kardashians, I know everybody has their own opinion on them. Here's my opinion from when they first started, when they first got really popular, when their show first came out. I don't know, what are we going on, like 10 years ago, 12, 15 years ago? I don't remember. Time frames get all screwed up when you have a loved one who's doing a really long sentence and they've been down for a really long time because all the years just kind of seem to bleed together. But anyway, I just remember really loving them because I have 4 sisters and a brother. So we have basically the same family dynamic. My sisters and I are all really, really close. And I just could really understand them. I could understand their sisterly dynamic. So I loved watching their show with my sisters because we got it. We got their sister connection. Even though a lot of people, have their own opinions about them and how they've progressed with their fame throughout the years, I have nothing bad to say about them, to be honest with you guys. I think Kim is a very spectacular businesswoman. And again, I know everybody has their opinions on that and everybody has their own conspiracy theories. But from my perspective, I have nothing against them. We'll put it that way. So I first heard about Kim getting involved in criminal justice reform. Hey, Jen, sweetheart. Yes, you love the Kardashians, right? I love it. Especially Kris. I love it. I think she's a fantastic businesswoman. So anyway, and people that hate, it's like, okay, can you do what they've done? Because if you can't do what they've done, or if you haven't done what they've done, maybe you should kind of like keep your mouth shut and stop being judgy. Anyway, moving on from that. I do understand some of the conspiracy theories and some of the reasons why people don't, but I'm not a hater. I try to see the best in everybody. So I first started hearing about Kim being involved in criminal justice reform back with a federal inmate named Alice Marie Johnson. Now, I know of Alice's case because I am involved with an organization called Can Do Clemency, ran by a woman named Amy Pova, who is an angel. Amy had a really long time in the feds. She went down on her husband at the time's case. And I think she caught all the charges. Crazy as that sounds, I think like he rolled on her. It was something ridiculous. I want to say Amy did like 15 years. And hey, Lexus. And so she made a promise to the girls inside when she was getting out that she was going to do everything in her power to help these people, especially people involved in these crazy long sentences due to mandatory minimums. Because mandatory minimums, like there's people in lifers for pot, there's tons of lifers for marijuana, which is getting legalized now. You know, then you have a lot of nonviolent drug offenders, tons of them. You have people like my husband Adam, who, yes, deserve to do a decent amount of time for his robberies, but not life, not 213 years. So Amy's made it her life mission. She is amazing. She fights the good fight. She's involved with people on Capitol Hill. She's in an article or on the news every other day. She's a freedom fighter, and she's a soldier. So I was invited. Adam is on her website, which I believe is candoclemency.com. Amy has the top 25 men deserving clemency and the top 25 women deserving clemency. And Adam, my husband, is like number 19 or something. He's one of the top 25 men deserving of clemency. And so she pushes for her top 50, top 25 lists, as well as other people. So I was invited with Adam's mom down to a clemency. It was like a candlelit vigil outside of the White House back in 2016, right when President Obama was doing the clemency push, and also a press conference ran by Amy and Van Jones. And then we were invited to an event that evening at Google that was put on by the civil rights attorney that for Google. Her name is, and she's totally involved in criminal justice reform. What a sweet, beautiful woman. Her name is Malika Sadar Sar, I think. Malika Sar Sadar. I don't remember exactly her name, but another amazing, amazing woman. So there, while I was at that event at Google, they had Alice Marie Johnson, they called her Miss Alice, dial in on a video visit. So they had like a big screen, and she kind of like Skyped in, and we got to hear her speak. And she was she just had this demeanor about her, very calm, very motherly, very grateful for everything that everybody was doing for her. But I believe she was another lifer for drugs. Well, I fell in love with her. And then a couple of months, years, whatever later, I heard through the grapevine, through Amy's organization, I believe, and then I saw on Twitter by tweets from Van Jones, that Kim Kardashian had run across a video posted like by Alice Marie Johnson's people, saying that she deserves clemency. And for some reason, this video just hit Kim Kardashian in the heart. She became a soldier fighting for Alice. She went to, like, she got all legal involved. She got her attorneys involved on the case. She got Brittany, I can't remember, Brittany Johnson, I think is her last name, who was Alice's attorney, who works very close with Amy on the case. And I don't know, I obviously don't know the specifics. I only know what I know through the news and everything. But Kim went to the White House, and she got President Trump to sign Alice's clemency. And that day, Alice was released from federal prison, and they played it a couple months later. They played the day that Kim called Alice on the Keeping Up with Kardashians, that episode, and like I was waterworks in tears, like waterworks, because Kim thought in the episode, the way that it went, Kim thought that Alice knew, so she was calling to congratulate her. Well, she wasn't calling. Alice happened to call, and I believe that somehow Kim was merged into this call. I think it's regardless. So she was telling her, yay, congratulations. And Alice is like, what? And then like she told her, oh my God, I thought you knew. I thought that you already knew. You're out. You're done. You're going home. And oh my God, I'm like crying. Yes. Hey, Jess, you guys, if you didn't see my video with Jessica, who just commented, oh my God, it was posted yesterday. Go back and watch it after this. Stay on my live stream. So, I like sobbed at that episode, because finally, like, one of the prisoners of war, as Amy refers to them, was finally released. So, and I watched all the follow-ups and everything. And then a couple months later, well, no, this is going like earlier this year, after the First Step Act was passed, I have a very dear friend named Sean Hopwood. Sean's case, Sean was a bank robber. Sean wrote a book that is amazing, you guys. It's called, oh my God, Jess, thank you. You're going to make me cry. Thank you so much. It's the very first time somebody donated to us. So Sean was a bank robber in his youth. He wrote a book called Lawman, one of my favorite books. I have a video where I reviewed it before I even met Sean. So his case is parallel with my husband Adam's case. He had like 5 bank robberies. He was looking at 90 years. He wound up taking the plea, so he got out within like 12. So he'll always, now he got out, he's an attorney, he was barred, he's a Georgetown law professor, and he works up on Capitol Hill. And he's part of FAM, Families Against Mandatory Minimum Sentences, as well as Sean works very closely. He's at the White House all the time. Sean will use every opportunity he can to speak about my husband Adam's case and parallel them. So like on MSNBC, on CNN, he's mentioned Adam on 60 Minutes. Like it totally melts and touches my heart that he does this. Well, one of his other clients was a man named Matthew Charles. So Sean, I knew of Matthew through Sean's posts on Facebook. Matthew, I believe, was sentenced under old crack law, where they said that, yes, you know, the crack cocaine disparity where it's 1 to 100, they changed it. However, they did not change it originally retroactively. So meaning, just like they did with 924C, the law Adam was sentenced under in the First Step Act, from that day on, from the day they passed the law on, law was changed. But anybody who was already sentenced under that law and inside, that law stayed the same. So they were fighting for this to become retro. And finally, 8 years later, the few people who didn't get affected, because like they made it retro, and then I don't really understand the law here, what happened, because I started arguing with Adam. I'm like, they did make it retro. He's like, no, they didn't. I'm like, I should argue anybody on law. No, I'll argue you on shoes. I'll argue you on anything like that, but I'm not going to argue on law because I have no freaking clue. All I know is Matthew Charles, Sean's client, was one of the people who was the very first person who benefited from the First Step Act, and he was released. They signed it, the judge signed his appeal, he was out like that very day, which is awesome. Sadly, just like many returning citizens, I'd like to send you info about a $300 million class section. Oh, please do. Please do. It is, I didn't catch the website, but if you can email me, strongprisonlives@gmail.com, I will absolutely take a look. I'm sorry I didn't see the website, but I would love if you send me that information. So anyway, so Matthew Charles gets out, like many other returning citizens. He's having trouble finding work. Okay, he's having trouble finding work, so he's having trouble finding housing, and then it's like this horrible catch-22 cycle where he doesn't have a job, so he can't pay rent, right? Well, once again, Kim Kardashian gets wind of this, and she decides that she's going to pay Matthew Charles rent anywhere he wants to live. He has to pick the apartment, whatever it is, and she's paying it for 5 years. Like, could she be any more of an angel? I don't care what you guys have to say about her. I don't care the conspiracy theories or why people think she's doing this, whatever publicity thing. At the end of the day, who cares? She's helping our people. Who else is helping our people? Criminal justice reform has been so lacking for so long, and finally it's at the forefront. Thank you, Kim. You're amazing. Like, so much love, so much everything to Amy and Can Do, to Sean Hopwood and his team, to Kim Kardashian and her team, and everybody else that I'm forgetting. It's amazing. So let me just read some points from this article, just to make sure I touched on everything. Whether you're a Kardashian fan or not, to have someone on such a huge platform advocate for prison reform is such a huge step. Yes, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So the article says, 3 days after released, he couldn't find housing in Nashville. Matthew Charles learned he will not have to worry about paying rent for the next 5 years, all thanks to Kim Kardashian West. Now, all I have to do is find the place, Charles told the USA Network in Tennessee on Monday night. Charles was released from prison January 3rd under a new law known as the First Step Act, a criminal justice reform law signed by President Donald Trump in December. This law allows judges to retroactively apply the drug sentencing reforms of the Fair Sentencing Act. Was I right? Oh my God. You know what I'm going to do this weekend? Ray Ray, thank you, sweetheart. I love it. You know what? I need to start a wall like Jess, a wall in my car, because it's where I do half my videos, and like do something where I put your names of the people that donate. This is amazing. Guys, I'm starting to feel like a real YouTuber. I love you guys. Thank you so much. So let's see. KKW and other celebrity activists brought attention to reform push that eventually became the law. They're referring to, again, the First Step Act. And I will link the video after this when I can come in and edit it. I'll link the video that I did about the First Step Act when it first passed in the cards here. And then I have a very good friend named Justin Paperny out in LA who runs a prison consulting company. And he works with Sean Hopwood that I was talking about earlier, the lawyer, and another man who named Michael Santos, who's become a very good friend. Michael is, good morning, sweetheart. Everybody give, well, I don't know if I should say who that is on that account, but she needs some love, who that is. And if you want to say who you are, say your name. So the third person is Michael Santos. Michael did a long mandatory minimum. He was like the OG prison author. Michael has a ton of amazing books. And the three of those guys together run an organization called, I feel like I'm like name dropping and organization dropping. That's not what this video is about, you guys. I just want to give you all of the background. But Michael, Sean, and Justin are very good friends, and they run an organization called Prison Professors. And Sean came on a video, a webinar with Justin recently, and he answered so many questions, like everybody's questions about the First Step Act, because it's really confusing. So I can post a link under this video to Sean and Justin's video. So look out for that. If you potentially could be affected by the First Step Act, then just look in there and they'll answer all of your questions. So Charles was convicted of a nonviolent drug offense. Says that he's looked at over a dozen apartments or townhomes in the past few weeks, but had only applied to one complex so far. And I think a video that I'm going to make in the future is about, this just popped into my head, but I know that a lot of our members have trouble with housing because they can't have a felon on their lease. So like if I, as the wife, Adam gets out, it's potential where I can't have Adam living in my apartment or on my lease because he's a felon. So I don't have experience with that, but I know a lot of people who do. So I can get some information. I could either do an interview or something like that. If that's something you guys want, just post it in the comments and let me know, because I think that's something that's really important to our members, especially as release dates start coming up. So I love this. On Sunday, Charles revealed his celebrity champion had stepped in to aid him once again in a social media post. Kim did not do this for attention or publicity, but I had to share it because it's too good not to. And my heart is about to burst with happiness that I wish you to rejoice in this news with me. And I think we all are rejoicing in this news because it's a huge leap for our community and for us to be less stigmatized and for criminal justice reform across the board, because every single state, every single federal facility needs reform in, oh my God, in so many different ways. Like we just had a member who is going to come on and talk about this, but medical neglect, like you could not even imagine. And she just lost her husband this week. So we're going to talk about that in the future, but it's just, it needs to be revamped from the ground up. So I can't thank Kim enough for everything that she's doing to use her celebrity in such a positive way. Like we hear all of the bad stuff, right? How many cases have we heard in just the past week or two with the guy, the Jessup, whatever, the guy from, what's the show? Twilight? Wait, what's the show? Empire. And then all of the people that are involved in the case, like the Lori Loughlin case with the universities and all of that stuff. And then there's so many in the first week that we hear all this bad stuff, all of the Me Too stuff, this, that, the other. But finally, somebody's coming to the forefront for something positive related to criminal justice reform. So, he's been humbled by the response that we've gotten since the story was published. We're still looking for a place that's a good fit for him, but Kim's generosity has made it a little bit easier. I'm not going to read the whole article, but I watched a YouTube video about this, and it was from Entertainment Tonight, and Kim said something amazing on there. She said, because there's such stigma on people hiring convicted felons, Kim wants to begin hiring formerly incarcerated people herself. So this way she could spread the message to other companies and big businesses that it's okay to give these returning citizens a second chance. Like this woman, I can't thank her enough. I think I'm going to reach out to her on behalf of SPWF and thank her on behalf of our community, because like this is the stuff that needs to be appreciated. She needs to know how many people that she's helping. I mean, I know she does, but like the millions and millions and millions of people and how far reaching this is. So, I think that I'm going to leave you guys with that. I know this is kind of long and wordy and crazy. I just picked up my sushi. I'm about to go eat. It's going to be a crazy busy night tonight. I have to get my wisdom hairs dyed after work. And then I have to figure out, you guys, this is the first time in 5 years that I don't have nails, and I have to not get them done. Like, I am itching to get them done, but they're so bad, they're paper thin and they're ripping so low that I just have to suck it up and not get my nails done. But I don't know if I'm gonna do like the cheesy press, not cheesy because I really like them. I have a video about the press on nails, like how far they've come. So I might do press on nails for a visit, or I might just say F it, all natural. I don't know. I have to get these eyebrows done. Like, it is, your girl was lazy all week and last weekend, and so I just have not had time to get all the girl stuff done for a visit. But that's okay. I am meeting, there are going to be 4 of us at visit this weekend. Lauren just flew in from Florida. She's with other friends in Jersey. I'm going to pick her up tomorrow morning. We're going to head out there. Devon from Mercy Me 924C is staying out there with us because her husband just moved to McKean. So we're going to expect a lot of videos. Like, Lauren and I will be doing lives throughout the day tomorrow. So if you guys have questions for MWI, for Lauren, go back and watch the old video with Lauren. I know a lot of people were asking for follow-up with her. Post them here so Lauren and I can see them, and then we'll do videos tomorrow. I'm going to see if Devon, she's in the air right now. She's flying to McKean a day early, so I'm going to see if she'll come on and talk about her organization and answer any questions that you guys have. And then we're staying with a third girl who cannot be on video, and I cannot use her name because she's very, 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 she's very high up position, and so she's very in the closet. So I'm probably gonna have to hide in Lauren and Devon's hotel room and stay out of my hotel room because I'm staying with her. And so we'll do a lot of videos for you guys. So anything you want to know about Devon or from Devon, anything you guys want to know Lauren, or anything you guys want to see about our visit weekend, maybe we'll do some vlog type of stuff too. It'll be fun. You guys keep staying strong, keep loving strong, keep supporting one another through this journey, because you're one day closer to it all being behind you. Lots of love from my heart to yours. I will see you beautiful ladies and gentlemen in the next one. And you guys, I cannot thank you enough, Jess and Ray Ray, for your generosity on this video. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. I'll see you tomorrow with Lauren and weekend. Bye guys. Ray Ray, I hope you got my text earlier today, by the way. It's no rush because you know that I'm the slowest person to text back, but I just want to make sure you got it because